Ooh, I'm sorry, I'm like a hair late, y'all. I'm just a little bit late. I apologize. I apologize. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know I'm on a little earlier than I typically am, but we are celebrating my granddaughter's birthday tonight. So I really wanted to get this up and get it out to you guys so that you could have this. And if I get a chance to get on a little bit later, I most certainly will. So I want to first welcome everyone to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Can you show it? Thank you. And if you like what you hear and it's good to you, then I'm just going to ask you to like, subscribe, and share this video. And as always, I want to thank you for your support and remind you of our mantra here. We are not in competition. We are in coalition. We are not in competition. We are in coalition. Let my friend know that I am that I'm live. I'm sorry. I'm on live. All right. Cool beans. All right. So thank you everybody for joining. I'm not going to hold you today. I'm not going to hold you because again, I'm going to be getting ready to go on up here and eat this here dinner. Hey, Angelia, how are you, beloved? Hello, hello. Okay. So what we've got going here, what the topic for the day is that Uranus is going into retrograde officially as of tomorrow. Officially as of tomorrow, Uranus is going into retrograde. It has been stationary retrograde for quite some time. Uranus is a very slow-moving planet, and as such, it takes a while before it goes retrograde, and it takes a while before it goes direct again. So, that being said, hey AT2, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. You guys please don't forget to, as you're watching the replay a little bit later, please do not forget to go and to subscribe. Ooh, she and I gonna argue. We're gonna argue. Stop. We're gonna have a problem. Do we have a problem here? Okay. Please go and subscribe to my good friend AT2. We're going to copy this here and please subscribe. Please subscribe to at AT2. He does a lot of really, really cool conversations. And as a matter of fact, I want to chat about a few of the conversations. Anyway, so please go subscribe to him. Hey, Amber, how are you? Hello, the Southern Astrologer. How are you too? Stop. How are you as well, beloved? As always, you're welcome. So let's talk about Uranus retrograde from my perspective. Now, if I had a little extra time, and we might do a follow-up to this, and where I can... Hang on. Stop. And do not turn my computer off. I swear to God. Where we can discuss it. We might have the Southern Astrologer on again for a little bit more of a discussion. So right now, Uranus is stationary retrograde, and then it's going into retrograde, and I believe it'll be that way until like January or so of this year. Southern Astrologer, I'm actually gonna just make you a mod so you can drop your links in the chat, because I don't think I've got any mods here right now. So let me just go in here and make you a mod. I apologize, everyone watching the replay gang. I apologize. This is just we're doing a little much here. So that way, Southern Astrologer, you can go on and drop your links there in the chat so that on YouTube we can subscribe. So Facebook, if you want to be able to interact a little bit more with the chat, come on over to the YouTube channel, and then you'll see a little bit more about what's being posted, and you'll be able to interact with those links. Hello, Melinda. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you, honey. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much for coming. All right, Uranus. We've been talking about the fact that Uranus is in Taurus. I mean, this is going to be there for a while longer yet. It's been there for a hot minute. And what Uranus does, it's the disruptor, right? It is the energy of like revolutionary change, sudden change, global change, how we view things like technology, how we interact with technologies. It is the ruler of Aquarius, okay? So if you want to think about Aquarian energy as the collective consciousness and how the individual relates to the collective, how what is fair and good and just for the collective, that's what Uranus energy kind of represents. I've talked to you guys before about the mythology of Uranus. I've talked to you about the mythology of Uranus before, and how in mythology, let me make sure I put my foot up here, because if she come up here and if my cat turns my computer off again, she's already done it once today, I swear, one of y'all aunties or uncles is gonna get a cat. I'm gonna pack her bags and send her on. So Uranus was a Titan god. Uranus was one of the original gods, and one of the original, as mythology goes, creators of humanity, saw humanity in, like, before we had fire and a wheel and all these other things, and told the other Titan gods, hey, listen, the humans are suffering, so let's get them some stuff to keep them warm. Let's give them something for transportation. Let's help them out so they can cook their food. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a little something. And the other Titan gods were like, nah, we want to keep them the way they are. Let's keep them broke, busted, and disgusted. Okay? Let's keep them that way. And he was like, nah. So he came down and taught mankind about all these different things, gave mankind technological advances. And for that, for that goodness of his heart, and because the fact that it was expanding the consciousness of humanity, even beyond just the technology, like the interaction between God and man, right? Like, he represents this like interaction between as well, where God is involved in the day-to-day life and wants to see humanity like grow and become the gods. Now, I've never taught this. Become the gods, small g, that they are truly meant to be. For that, what happened? Saturn, or Kronos, who was Uranus's son, killed him. Dead. Gone. Killed him. And then instituted time and constraints on humanity after that. So no longer could humanity then just expand and grow as we were meant to, and experience and express our spiritual nature. Now all of a sudden we had time, constraints, government, structure, like, this is what you're not fixing to do, right? That kind of a situation then got instituted. So if you want to put it in metaphysical terms, then the fourth dimension fully was instituted, and being the governor or limiter to how the 3D could then express itself. Why am I telling you all of this? Hey, Kevin, small g. Yes, small g. That's for my folks so if y'all can't handle, express your divinity in the right way. So why am I saying all that? Because we need to understand, I believe this is for me, not designed for everybody. I believe as more of an intuitive or channeling astrologer, right? That it's very important to understand the characteristics of the interaction of and the personality, if you will, of each of the players, aka the planetary energies that we are interacting with, because it then helps us to comprehend how to flow. It helps us understand why certain things are happening the way they are happening in our day-to-day lives, and then in the mundane or the global. So I'm more of a channeling astrologer. Okay. I'm an intuitive, more of an astrologer. I understand some things. Now, the nitty gritty down to the, degree stuff, you're going to want to go to the Southern astrologer if you want that. I'm not that she's not intuitive. She is as well. I'm just saying, for me, that's how I roll. Okay. Hey, Miss Corey, how are you? How are you, my love? All right, here we go. Let me share the and I hope that the music isn't too loud. So let me share why I'm talking the way that I'm talking. All right, here we go with our chart, right? Make sure this is showing the way I need it to. Bear with me 1 second. I'm a one-woman show over here. I really need a producer. Okay, here we go. All right. So here we have, now we've talked about this a little bit. I haven't been on as much as I with the astrological discussions as of late, but here we have right here Uranus and the North Node still conjunct. The North Node is moving away, right, from Uranus, so it's not applying, right? It's kind of like decreasing in its energy that it's mixing with Uranus. And it's going to move away from Uranus faster than Uranus is going to moonwalk backwards retrograde. Okay? Just know that. Like, North Node is going to keep trucking and it'll be in Aries in a few months. But it's going to move away faster than Uranus. Is not going to catch up to one another. Okay? But it's still in application. What does that mean? So the North Node is where you mean to ascend to or evolve to in this lifetime. This is the true North Node, or the moon's North Node. Okay, when we show the North Node, when we're showing transit charts, not your natal, your birth chart, the North Node is called the true North Node in this case. And that signifies to us the direction humanity or the collective is meant to ascend towards, or move towards, evolve towards, on a global scale. On a global scale. Now, why is this important? Because you have your own true north, right? I have mine, you have yours. But as a collective group, the true north we are to be moving towards, and we started, 6-8 months ago I don't remember now when the North Node came into Taurus. Someone can tell me. That meant that we are to be, while the North Node is in Taurus, we are to be changing and evolving how we possess things, or how we create our career, our money, our home life. Relationships can fall into this as well. We're to recreate our structure, and most importantly, our daily routine. This is giving us an opportunity, or this is highlighting what is going on in your day-to-day routine life. How are you evolving in your day-to-day? How are you evolving in what your interaction with money is, and your interaction with your career? Are you meant to go entrepreneurship? Are you meant to do certain things, right? This is giving you the opportunity to say, wait a minute, I'm not satisfied. I'm not happy. This isn't comfortable. Taurus is also very much about comfortability as well. The creature comforts. There is, because it's ruled by Venus, there is this luxurious aspect to Taurus where, you know what, I want to work smart, not hard. I want to have a nice, peaceful, stable life, eating the foods I want to eat, drinking the drink I want to drink, living the life I want to live. That is going to be satisfying for me and fulfilling. That's what this whole 12 to 13 months, guys, is all about. It's been about that for a hot second, but it's really about that right now. Especially as we have the conjunction or the interaction or the commingling of energies between the true north node. So how we feel about this. So you felt like you've been in your fifis, as Conscious TV would say, in your feelings about everything. I mean, this came in, we were in the midst of, in the midst of the Ronas, endemics, and so things have been drastically changing over the last 2 years and really accelerating that change. I would definitely say over the last year or so, 6-8 months for sure. And you've had 2020 and 2021 to kind of review and look at some things. And now I really think about it, while the North Node was in the Gemini Sagittarius axis, and now that it's in the Saturn and the Taurus and Scorpio axis, now this is deep down inside, how do you really want to change and how do you really want to transform, right? So South Node, the true South Node, represents your go-to. That's your comfy place. So in my life, let's just say in my life, right? My comfy place, if I want to talk about entrepreneurial or whatever, my comfy place had been, let me, work in corporate, let me do this, let me do that, and I'll do whatever I'm doing on the side, or even in my personal life. And I'm gonna be real with y'all for a second. Let me not be interacting with people romantically that are actually emotionally available to me, because then I'd actually have to be emotionally available to them and be vulnerable. Can I just be really real with you for a hot minute? So I've rethought that. How do I want to, Apollo, leave Gemini alone. How do go lay down? How do I want to interact with my children? How do I want to interact with my grandchildren? What kind of life structure do I want? So I had to get real about things and not just go back to where my comfy place was. My comfy place has been being in mass control over everything. I gotta know everything. I gotta right? Now I gotta know everything, and can we, work with somebody that's their area of genius. So these are the things, right, that in all aspects of your life, you should be looking through, definitely this last few months, while the North Node is still in Taurus. Now, how does this relate to Uranus, and why is this so important? Because now Uranus is going into retrograde. It's stationary retrograde now. It's moving into full retrograde. It will be there until January. What the heck does that mean in Taurus? If you have been flowing in the direction of I'm leveling up, I'm glowing up, I'm growing up, I'm rethinking my reality, this is going to pull back the curtain even more and move some obstacles out of your way that have been in your way thus far. This is the download that I've been receiving. And I'm seeing this in my own life. As I restructure how I view reality, as I restructure how I create my reality, as I restructure how I interact with source energy, how I interact with the law of attraction, what is it? I've been asking y'all for a while now, what do you really want? What do you really want? And a lot of us, don't you jump over here, a lot of us have figured out what we really want. Or we at least have a better idea. Good God Almighty. I swear to God. Who am I packing her up to send? I'll take applications. I will send you months of food. Months of food. Months. Let me move some of the stuff out of the way so she doesn't knock everything on God's green earth down. Because that's her next move. Y'all think I'm playing. I love her. But she could be somebody else's sight and familiar if you want. Anyway, go lay down. Because you caused all this. Go. So, How, do you have some clarity about this? Are you more clear today than you were last week or 2 months ago or 2 years ago? And if you do have that clarity, things are being moved out of your way so that other things can come in. See, you got to let some things die in order for the new birth and new growth to happen. You don't get fresh plants in the midst of dead ones. You got to get all the dead stuff out of the way. In order for the new to happen, something has to die in order for something else to be born. Let's talk. The reality of it is when if y'all, make a child, make a baby, those two entities, right? Those two, the egg and the fertilization mechanism, those entities actually die once they come together and become something new. They no longer exist, they die in a way. They no longer exist as two separate, right, cellular organisms. They have now become something new and are evolving into a baby. So even everything that I used to do before has all fed into what I'm doing now, but those things are no longer living and viable. Even who I am is drastically different than I was certainly 2 years ago, most definitely 5 years ago, absolutely 10 years ago. So how are you evolving? And how are you interacting with your dreams, wants, desires, and your purpose? Or are you going to remain in the comfy spot down here, doing what you've always been doing, yet it's not satisfying if you want to be truthful with yourself? I swear to God. Okay, do not stop it. Now you just being mean. I'm sending her. Okay. So this is creating a T-square with Venus in Leo, Saturn in retrograde in Aquarius. Normally the T-square I would be putting in red, but I'm going to be putting this in green this time because I want you to see this. And Venus in retrograde is in the 12th house, if we were looking at it from the perspective, this is tomorrow, of the moon. What is this kicking off? What are your deepest, darkest desires and dreams? What have you always dreamt of? What have you always wanted? Now, I think my friend AT2 might still be in the house, and if he is, he can attest to this. Over the last few months, his channel has had exponential growth. Exponential growth, which is what he's wanted. It's what he's really good at. He's great at interviewing. He's great at breaking things down, like hot topics or culture or reality TV or whatever. He's great at breaking these things down in a different way. And he's allowed himself to become AT2. And as he's allowed himself to love what he does and live that dream, the dream is expanding. The dream is expanding. 12th house. What is it deep down inside? Some of y'all are too scared to really go down there, or you've been made afraid to go there and do the things. You've been afraid to tap into that because you've been told that there's no sense in doing that because you can't find your own prosperity and you can't live that way. We've been told a lie that we only have to do things one way. We've been told that lie. That's a lie. You do not have to follow a path that everyone else has set before you and is miserable doing. I have personal friends that are very, very close to me that are sick and tired of doing things the same way. They get up, they get whatever together, they go to work, they work for how, and that might be in their next room, but they're still working for somebody else and doing something else, giving 8, 9, 10 hours of their lives, almost half of your each 24-hour day. In fact, the best part of their 24-hour day, working for someone else and building someone else's dream. Now, they might find it satisfying to an extent, but they're tired. And then they come home or they get done working, and then they got to make dinner, and they got to do this and they got to do that. And they don't have time to follow their passions. They don't have time to really investigate other things to do. They don't have time. They don't really have even time for their spouses, significant others, or family as much as they would like, because they got to go to bed pretty quick because 6 o'clock in the morning comes real fast. 4 o'clock in the morning comes real fast. 7 a.m. comes real fast. They can't do the things they'd like to do for their health. They can't, right? They can't do these things. There's constraints. What is it? If you could do anything, what would you do? And maybe it'd be a variation of what you're doing right now for someone else, but you'd be doing it for yourself. They want to make an impact in humanity. They want to make an impact in people's lives, bringing peace, love, joy, happiness, healing. Maybe they want to teach other people how to do certain things. I don't know what it is, but they're not doing it, and they're freaking miserable. Now, Saturn in retrograde over here in Aquarius, challenging. If you've been facing some health challenges, I would say maybe perhaps find a new way to handle those. Maybe you need to get a second or third opinion. I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just saying the energy there says that. Maybe you've just come through some. Maybe you figured out that once you released some of this stress and actually just started living in your own purpose and participating in life in the way you were meant to, all of a sudden your health got better. So if you're having some stress issues or some problems, and it is now manifesting itself in your body, or in the fact that you can't sleep at night, or you're always tired and restless, maybe, perhaps, you should be seeing what's of your highest good. Because what's of your highest good is what's deep down in your heart. How you truly want to be seen, how you truly want to be known. This is all happening in the 9th house. This is happening in the house of personal philosophy, higher learning. Are there some things and skills that you've been wanting to learn? Are there some areas you've been wanting to grow in? Learn new skills or hone the ones you got. Is what you're doing, does it align with your personal philosophies? If it doesn't, then go on and do it. This is what this energy is saying to you. It's giving you the opportunity to act upon what's in your heart. What's giving you even more energy for that? Here we have Mars in Gemini, and he's gonna be there for a minute. Baby. Let's not forget that Mars was the original ruler of Scorpio. As such, Mars knows your deepest, darkest secrets, babe. Your deepest, darkest, what you're afraid of that goes bump in the night. And what you really ain't told nobody. Well, Mars is saying it's about time we said it. It's about time we thought it. It's about time you decided that if you can think it and see it, you can possess it in your hand. Right now, it's sitting in that 9th house. Again, personal philosophy. Act on your personal philosophy. Create a world. Rewrite your reality based on your personal philosophy. What it is you truly believe in your heart of hearts. And how you wish to put that out and release that into humanity. How do you want to impact? Remember, this is all about how we're impacting humanity. We are changing how we have relationship with money, how we have relationship with power, how we have relationship with career, how we have relationship with family, how we possess land. We just had on this Sunday, we were just talking to Chocolate Earth Foundation, and I have the honor of being on her board of directors for the foundation. How we create community, how we farm, how we live, how we build a house. I mean, if I told you could build a whole house for $3,000, child, bye. At least that's the 1,000 square footer with 1 bedroom. Working on 2 and 3 right now, right? Like you could buy an acre of land for $5,000. What? Be part of a community. What? We got to rethink how we're doing things. That's what Uranus is giving you the opportunity. And if you're taking that opportunity to glow up and taking that opportunity to rewrite your reality in the way that you are meant to live, babe, the world is at your feet. How are you going to interact with the law of attraction? What are you actually going to attract into your life? Or are you still going to continue to attract the same? Because I hear people all the time, yeah, that's great, Lise. Yeah, that sounds amazing, Lise. Oh, that's awesome, Lise. What are you doing? Because if I pulled the curtain behind, I'd find out you're still living your life the same way. Yeah, this is some tough love. But I'm going to AT2. I'm going to the Southern Astrologer. I'm going to Melinda J, who's beginning to live. I'm going to Christina Stearns and her husband, the tarot guy, who have created the spiritual gangster. I'm going to Coach Leslie, who she has begun to create her new reality as well. They took action. There's so many other people that come in here. Shakima Sage, the intuitive. I know I'm forgetting people as I continue, they have taken the actions they put into action what they desired the most and listened and attracted and created that which they desired. Why? Because they decided to believe in themselves, interact with the technologies or new skills or learn new skills as they came to them, and didn't just sit on the sidelines saying, this is what we should do. Talk to Earth Foundation the same way. This is what we should do. I think this is great. But they took action. This energy is requiring you to take action. Now, some traditional astrologers will probably say, well, I don't know. I'm not traditional. When you give me a retrograde season, guess what? I'm going to look, I'm going to adjust, I'm going to tweak it, and then we gone. Why? Because I know I got a bit of a reprieve. Why? Because I know there's obstacles being moved out of my way. Why? Because I don't look at it as a negative, I look at it as a positive. I don't know if y'all paid attention today, but word on the curb, this is what actually happened. Y'all probably know about the whole Elon Musk buying Twitter, and then Twitter, that he was like, nah, y'all ain't telling me the truth. So I ain't, I'm just gonna be out of here because y'all lying to me about these bots and how many there really are. And they're like, no, we not. And so then they went ahead and they did exactly what that man wanted them to do. They sued him. So now what happens? Well, now you're gonna have to show all your information. And today there was a whistleblower that had got fired from Twitter. And this man said, listen, I got the goods and the information. Yeah, they was lying to Elon. Yeah, your information ain't secure on the darn Twitters. Yeah, they got a problem with bots. Yeah, they got more bots than they was telling everybody. And there may or may not, allegedly, be people that are working for foreign intelligence agencies that work for Twitter. Now, that's alleged. That's what this man says. I don't know for sure. I'm just telling you this is what I heard. What I want you to focus on, though, isn't it interesting how certain things are getting turned on their head? We're all of a sudden finding out all this information that had been kept in the dark. What's done in the dark will always come out in the light. Look for more stuff like that to happen, and look for stuff like that to happen in your life. If y'all been following me for any time, I've been telling you, I've been saying it over and over and over and over again. Some of y'all have been saying it to it in personal readings I've done for you. There are secrets, there's knowledge, there's information that's about to come to light that has been blocking you before. And now you're going to find out why, who, what, why, when, what for. You're going to find it out. We're finding out all those blocks. The amount of information that's coming out now about how our financial system actually works, about how our government actually works, about how the fact that the government has known certain things and not told us and kept it from us, or how religion has known all these things and not told us and kept it from us. All this information is coming out. This is Uranus and Taurus energy at its finest. Now, the other retrogrades that are happening, I'm going to put them in purple. Chiron in Aries, Jupiter in Aries, Neptune in Pisces, and Pluto in Capricorn. Now, that's all the big boys. That's all the global. Now, Jupiter can go back and forth. Some people will call it sometimes a personal planet. It could go back and forth for me. It could be very personal into how you expand your world, and then it could be very global into what the hell is happening with everybody else. Now, Chiron is personal. So Chiron in Aries, what thus far has been your Achilles heel? I'm going to ask you very quickly here. Do not continue to go back and revisit what has previously injured you in the past. I'm going to need you to let it go. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to need you to heal it. I'm going to need you to let it go. Because what Jupiter in retrograde is now showing you is, as you continue to hold on to those things, those Achilles heels, where you have potentially, maybe what you've done is, I'm talking to my empaths now, maybe you've given up so much of your own energy, abilities, powers, whatnot, right? You've given up all of this energy and allow other people you put your own needs, wants, and desires on the back end, and you've helped other people grow, and then now all of a sudden, they turn on you and they bite you in the butt. Well, baby, can I ask you a question? Whose fault is that? Because if this is a pattern you can identify in your life, is it truly their fault? Or are you always putting yourself in a position to get used and abused? Hello, somebody. I had to ask myself the same question. I'm not asking y'all any questions that I haven't asked myself. I asked y'all the same question. Have you continued to put yourself in a position where you can get used and abused? And if the answer, if you could be honest with yourself and say that answer is yes, then Jupiter in retrograde is saying, okay, now how can we change that? So that we can move forward and truly expand and not have a false expansion of a false reality because you're building somebody else's damn dream. Okay, Neptune in retrograde in Pisces. Are you always continuing to look for somebody to come and save you? Are you always looking for that? Do you always have this that's going to tie into that whole Chiron and Jupiter? Deep down inside, I don't mind, and I think the best of people all the time. I really do. I'm the queen of last chances. Until you show me that I can no longer give you a last chance. Until you show me, right? Now I'm quicker to believe you when you show me who you are these days. But before I wasn't always. And there's still some people in the move. There's still some pieces on the chessboard that I might have to be like, okay, well, we might need to swap you out, man. There's some people I might have to bench, and some I might bring off the bench. I might have to have some new tryouts in certain areas of my life. Auditions, tryouts are open in some areas of my life. No shade, no tea. Because you can't keep continuing to look for somebody to save you. I tell my students all the time, before they sign up, before they enroll, I'm not here to build your business. I'm here to mentor you. I'm here to show you. I'm here to guide you. My coaches are here to guide you. A team is here to guide you. But I'm not here to build your business. You're going to have to put in the work. I'm not your savior. You are your own. Now, I know that sounds like heresy, but we're no longer in the age of salvation. We're in the age of gnosis, know thyself. So this is an opportunity not only for you to not be looking for a savior no more, but for you to get real about some of these things and how you're going to attain them. Now, this is also happening in the 7th house, so I'm going to say I want you to check your collaborations. Are there collaborations that you need to give more energy to, or are there collaborations you need to pull back from? Do you need to put your ego to the side and perhaps do some things that maybe you haven't felt like you wanted to do, or you thought you had grown past, but we need to go back to basics so we can rebuild, so you can get into balance? So I need you to balance your dreams with what you're putting into practice. And I need you to make sure that your scales are balanced with all the people that you put all this energy into, and oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. We're done. Stop that. If the scales ain't balanced, stop with the, I almost cussed this early in the, stop with the freaking fantasy. If the scales aren't balanced, stop with the fantasy. The dream ain't gonna come true, baby. So now I'm gonna need you to go within and check that intuition, because your intuition, your higher self, has been trying to tell you for a hot second. I don't know who I'm talking to. I might be talking to my damn self, but if I am, it's good. Pluto in Capricorn in retrograde, dancing on top of the plutonic return of the United States of America. Let me tell you what this does. This is another money shaker and movie maker, okay? Just a money shaker. So yes, the financials, if I wish I could tell you the financial system worldwide and in the U.S., because as the U.S. economy goes, so goes the world. I wish I could tell you that there was a stabilization coming, but this is a day of reckoning. These are days of reckoning. Please stop looking to the government to bail you out. Please stop looking to the government to do certain things for you. Please stop looking to the government to fix all the ills. Please stop it. That's not what the government is here for, first of all. Second of all, if you continue to put your eggs in that basket, and again, back to the salvation situation, and continue to think that the government's going to be your savior, beloved, you are sorely mistaken. Sorely mistaken. Question everything. I've been telling y'all this for forever. I'm going to need you to question everything. I'm going to need you to go and read these bills, read these executive orders, really find out what's going on, and read them the day that they're done, because they will take mess off the darn website before you get, baby, you better go read it the first day, and you better screenshot it, because if there's anything, a level of truth in there, they're going to take it out. They're going to take out the truth that you really need to know and keep the truth that they want you to believe. Whatever can be shaken economically will. How does that? You're like, Belisa, well, how is that a good thing? Because from this rises the phoenix from the ashes. If you know and follow the intuition, if you follow what people are encouraging you to do, right? Like, use your discernment. I'm not saying do everything somebody says for you to do. But what I am saying is this country has been built on the backs of the small business owner. We were not always corporate driven. There's nothing wrong with corporations. Corporations give us jobs and insurance and all this other stuff. I'm not saying there's anything wrong. I'm not vilifying corporate America. What I am saying, though, is as things are changing, you need to be looking for additional sources of income, streams of income that are in complete alignment with what you truly believe you're meant here to be and to do. There's nothing wrong with that. That's smart. Do you think any of these millionaires and billionaires only have one source of income? If you do, I'm going to need you to go back and do your homework, beloved, because that ain't it. Because that ain't the truth. And there is a day of reckoning that is upon the United States of America for a whole lot of stuff. And there's people on both sides of this that are very uncomfortable with how it's happening, as they should be, because neither side has clean hands. So as far as banks and other things like that, I'm going to ask you to continue. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. I want you to diversify and create. Diversify and create. And in fact, Pluto is by degree trining, even though they're in two different elements. That earth element is trining the air element with Mars up there. So they are in agreement, and Mars is going to be going retrograde soon anyway. So they are in agreement, like this is time for change. Pluto's also sextiling, right? Neptune over here, trining Mercury in Virgo as well. So this is basically saying for your health, your wealth, your well-being, your emotional, mental, physical, financial well-being, it's time for a change. It's time for a change. Look to it being in opposition to the moon in Cancer at that very tail end. This is tomorrow, at the very tail end of the moon being in Cancer before she goes into Leo, as to really seeing how you really feel about where you're at. I want you to really analyze yourself tomorrow. Be introspective and be real with yourself. What changes not only financially, but in other areas structurally, how, in your relationships and how you view yourself and how you interact with yourself, what you speak, like everything, what changes, what things do you want to learn? How do you want to grow? Like, all of that, okay? That's what I want us to be looking at as Uranus retrograde kicks off. Ooh, that was a lot, y'all. Ooh, Lord Jesus. How y'all doing? Did y'all make it? Did y'all make it? Amber said she quit her job to start over. That's right, baby. That's right, baby. Drops. Hey, Drops of Jupiter, how are you, honey? What do we got here? Hey, Spirit 1111. Oh, you're in your car. Okay, babe. Okay. Happy, when you watch the replay, happy belated birthday to you. Happy belated to you. Welcome everybody that hadn't listened. I was over there on the other side. Melinda said she's cooking in up at the kitchen, just chilling. All right. The dinner's being cooked for me upstairs. Did that help y'all? Did that motivate y'all to get moving and shaking? I hope so. I'm gonna go over just a couple things that we're gonna get on out here. Some of you hopefully have already seen and known that we have. Oh, good God. Let me do this. We have a money consciousness masterclass coming up that's happening this Saturday from noon to 3 Eastern time. This Saturday between noon to 3 Eastern time. During this money consciousness masterclass, if you want to change your energy towards money, this is for you. Get in the flow of it. There's nothing wrong with it, guys. We're going to release old perceptions of money, how we think about money, what it would mean if we thought differently. How do millionaires think? Flowing in the energy of money, different sources of income. We're going to do some hot seat coaching, put you on the hot seat and coach you. And we're going to have workbooks and worksheets to help you with that. And then my VIPs are not only going to get the recording of the event, but they are also going to get a wealth strategy plan checklist, the multiple sources of income planning checklist, discounts on the future course that we're going to have, and a 20-minute one-on-one wealth coaching session with either myself, Josiah, or a member of the team. I am putting up on the screen right now, for those of you watching, the QR code in order for you to be able to sign up for that. Also, scrolling on the bottom, there is the information, and it is down below in the description. It is mcm.limitlesslightworker.me. $97 for the regular price, $197 for the VIP. mcm.limitlesslightworker.me. www.limitlesslightworker.me. I'll let y'all scan that QR code if you wish right now. Take a screenshot and scan it later. Go on and sign up. I am limiting this class to probably about 20 to 25 people so that Josiah and I, who is my business partner, can help each and every one of you on an individual basis. All right. Oh, I'm so glad this was good. I'm so glad. All right, drops of Jupiter. I know. And listen, I need to hear it too, child. I need to hear it too. All right. Raising K. There you go. All right, gang. Well, we're going to get on out of here, okay? So that I can go up here and celebrate my granddaughter's birthday because they were out of town when it was occurring. You guys go sign up for that this coming Saturday. My current students and recent past completed students, you will be getting an email a little bit later today, so you will get your discount on that as well. All right, gang. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you. Oh, by the way, tomorrow night, I'll be live on Instagram. I'll post it later. Lightworker, Mind Your Business. This is going to be the second time I'm live over there on Instagram at Heart of INSP. Lightworker, Mind Your Business, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I'll be choosing 2 people to do live coaching with for a half hour each. Live coaching. So if you want some coaching on your business or starting your business or scaling or whatever is going on with your light worker, spirit-based, spirit-infused entrepreneurship journey, come get that free coaching from me tomorrow. We'll see you guys very soon. I might be back later. We'll see, okay? All right, guys. I love each and every one of you. Bye-bye.